we've been ballin' out since we were motherfucking 15. Steady coming up in what they like to call the OC. Cruising in a Chevy every week.
What is up, y'all? Silver Shadow Gaming here. This is a different video. Something for anybody that vapes. I got my Alien here with my Tsunami. This is made by Geek Vapes. This drip tip, I really don't know who made it, anything like that. It's my buddy's, but I've just been using it. But I'm going to show you how to renew your coils, how to change your cotton, and a new cotton setup that I've been using. But I'm gonna set up and we'll get right to that. So, we are back. Basically, this is the setup that I've been using. Not too special, but you know, the cotton, the way that I have my cotton is making the juice last a lot longer, I guess. Well, it allows you to put more juice on your coils. Basically, what we are going to do here is, you know, just get your cotton all ready to get it out, like so. Then, if you have a coil kit like I do, you know, you have special tools like the scissor, like the cotton scissors, the well, hold on, I'll show you. This is another RDA, not mine, my brother's, but I've just had it for a minute. But you have, if you buy a coil master kit, this is almost everything that comes with it. I'm missing a couple of pieces, but nothing that I really use personally. So like I was saying, you take your cotton out, dump that shite into the garbage, and if you can get as much cotton off as possible, because it'll just reduce the amount of burnt cotton smell that you have to endure. Okay, and this I have to cut. If you're like me and sometimes you put your cotton in way too tight, you'll have to cut it out. I'm trying to be a little bit quiet right now because it is like 1:52 in the morning. But you know, being quiet trying to be quiet at this hour is just useless, because walking out of my room, of course, I would drop my vape on the ground and make a huge bang. So I don't know if I woke up anybody. Hope not. Didn't try to, but boom. And as you can see, it's not really burnt, but if you know anything, or really just vape, or if you are somebody that likes to use RDAs like myself for your vape, you will know that if I get this out, you will know that everything just kind of starts tasting weird after a couple of days. But once you get all your cotton out, like so, if it'll focus, which it will not, you want to glow your coils. And this is what I'm talking about with the burning smell. You'll have to burn some of the cotton off, like so. Once you get these babies glowing nice red hot, you will want to come over to, look at all that smoky. You want to come over to your sink, and I'll flip the camera around for you. You'll want to come over to the sink, go to your coils, and then just run them underwater. And as you can see, it's getting all the gunk off, the black. Batteries are extremely low, so I apologize. But yeah, as you can see, they are nice and clean now. And we're gonna come back over here and flip the camera back around. All right, so after you do all that, you're going to want to get something to be able to wipe off your mod, because, you know, having water on your mod just isn't a good thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that back on there and blow all the water out. Now, all the water should be out. And if you have a longer drip tip like this, it'll get juice logged a lot. So you just want to take a Q-tip, run it through, make sure all your juice is out of the drip tip, pull that bad boy back off. It's tight as hell just because I've dropped it a couple of times, and you know, it's this mod, I've had it for I'm gonna say maybe 4 years, or 3 to 2 years. You're gonna want to center your coils again, and you know, there's a lot of people that'll hate on aliens or smuck in general, but honestly, this thing is awesome. It's awesome. We're gonna go ahead and start showing you how to do your cotton the way that I have been doing it. So, you know, repping that native wick. This stuff, Platinum Blend, I've had this since I got my RDA. Well, I had coil bacon or whatever the hell this, whatever it's called. It worked for, you know, a reasonable amount of time. This was $16. I've had this forever. I keep on forgetting where my camera is, so I keep on looking over here. That's why my eyes are not, you know, meeting with you guys. But what we are going to do, you're going to want to get your cotton to size, aka you're going to want to cut it to size. And once you do that, just kind of follow the bend if it has any in it, and boom, there's your nice piece of wick. Want to stretch it out a little bit, roll it a little, just to make it a little bit thinner so it fits better. But another thing is, you want to make sure that it's fluffy, but not to the point where it's going to pull your coils, which is very hard to avoid. I'm going to try to do this up close for y'all. Stick it in there like that. And then you want to grab your cotton pullers and yank this through like so. Oh, and we're getting a little, okay, it did not want to work like that. It's okay to, you know, mess up the ends like this, get them all dirty, whatever, because you're just going to end up basically trimming it off anyways. Like I said, this really is not a normal video for me. I'm just showing y'all the way that I have been running my cotton. Snip off that little tiny bit, and then over here you're going to want to do the same. Then you're going to want to, even it out, which that looks pretty even. You want to drop your cotton, you don't want to push your cotton into wherever it goes. As you can see here. And if you have any frays like this, you can either leave it or trim it, but in my experience, it's really annoying when you are just looking at it and it's all over the place, or you go to put your cap back on and it drags down all the juice or whatever, which it really is annoying. It happens a lot. This part we'll just put to the side for now. Then we'll go ahead and roll this up. Ignore the Disney Channel in the background. My brother doesn't know how to turn off the TV. Get all this little stuff that's gonna fall off anyways off that I can actually use. Alright, and then you're gonna wanna copy. Are you doing it on the other side? Okay, this is a little bit too thick. If it's a little bit too thick, all you're gonna wanna do is trim where you rolled and then thin it out with your cotton scissors, which this will also be put to use. This cotton setup is really a good way to conserve, or it's no wasted cotton really. I mean, there's a little bit that you waste, but most of it you'll use. Come on. You want to twist the end. Sometimes it'll help if you just wet the end, roll it up real nice, and then stick it through, and if that doesn't work, I don't know what is. Okay, come on. Come on, Danny Dorito. Alright, there we go. Come on. Cotton really does not like me. I'm a person, like, I don't like letting other people build my, come on. I don't like letting people build my, RDA up, cotton, coils I buy pre-built at my local vape shop, which they're only $3, so I can't complain. Alright, then as you see here, I'm gonna take this. Another tip is, if we're gonna focus up here maybe, here, hold on, nope, there. We're gonna go a little tiny bit away from the mod, like, or the base of your RDA, like so. Snip, pull, and then we're gonna focus back up here. I'm gonna stuff this on in here, and after you're done with all that, you're gonna want to fluff your cotton a little bit. And here comes the part that I do, like myself. I don't think I've ever seen anybody else do this. Snip a little bit, snip it into thirds. And then, as you might be able to see in here, there's a gap right here. And that's where I'm going to put this to use. You're gonna stuff that on in, and this is what makes your you don't have to drip as often. Stuff that down on in there. Take this, and it really does help. You have to drip maybe once every like 10 hits. Normally it's like 5, so it doubles your time. Stuff that on down in there, and as you can see, we are all ready. Get your juice, whatever you use. This is white label. I don't like the feeling of the label. It's just, after a while, the feeling will go away, but it's just like getting your hands wet and then just rubbing it on like notebook paper. I don't know. There's some people will understand what I'm talking about, but others, you won't. Just wet your cotton first. Just drip a tiny bit on, wait for it to soak. And as you can see, it's pretty self-explanatory how to get the juice in the little added parts in front of the airflow. But down in the center, it's a little bit more complex. Not really. You just take your juice, you go up against your post, and let it run on down onto it. Now that this is all soaked in, you can go ahead and wet this again. And as you can see, it's pulling instantly. It'll start soaking quicker as we are doing this. Okay, and that is right over the airflows. There we go. You're good. You just want to make sure your cotton is nice and moist. I know a lot of people that hate that word. So if you're one of those people, sorry, but not sorry. And then you're gonna wanna go ahead and just test fire, I guess. I don't know what you wanna call it, but then go back to juicing. Juicing with this setup for the first time will take roughly maybe 3-4 minutes to get down. Now, like I said before, I'm starting to change my cotton maybe every 3 to 4 days, because it just starts to taste weird after a certain period of time. And once again, another thing that most people that use RDAs religiously, like myself, you will know that all cotton has its break-in points, or time periods, and basically that's it. But break-in time normally is around maybe a day, 2 max. That's the little tiny bit of cotton that you're wasting. But if you go and pick up some native wick, this thing, they jam pack it full. It's literally like bursting at the seams when you buy it. Get all that set up, throw this bad boy on, and you're ready to hit. And easy. So just a quick tutorial on how to run my setup. This thing, I believe it's like maybe 30 bucks, 40 bucks. RDAs aren't that expensive. I bought, the last one that I bought was 20 some bucks. It was the Raphael Cyclone X or whatever. I didn't really use it because it got messed up. You have to run it at 100 watts for it to even process that you're trying to hit it, and then you don't even get a lot of vapor out of it. But definitely would refer this mod and the tank. The nice thing is this runs the bigger. It runs a little bit bigger drip tips. I put this adapter onto it, which comes with it, so it can fit the 5/8, I believe. I don't remember the exact measurement. I stopped vaping there for a while and everything just went. But yeah, hope y'all are gonna try this out if you do have a RDA. If you can, check out some white label juice, check out Native Wick, and yeah, it's been real, guys. Deuces.